What's up, my Super Smash Brothers? This is Donut Guy, and today, it's a pretty weird subject to tackle. Five Nights at Freddy's World. Now, okay, there was a Steam update on Scott's page that this isn't have something having to do with the DLC coming with Scott's the DLC for Five Nights at Freddy's 4. In fact, he said that DLC won't change the story at all. So it's just going to be DLC for the sake of DLC. But this really made my head kind of tilt a bit. Mainly because it's such a weird idea. Five Nights at Freddy's, not a horror game, but an RPG. Now, it's not like this is a bad idea. I mean, it's probably great. Because, the thing is, I'm going to open up a new tab because it's just mainly stuff. If you go onto Game Jolt, what is the biggest, what is the top rated Five Nights at Freddy's fan game? A Five Nights at Freddy's RPG. So, this is pretty awesome to see. But regarding the new designs, the adventure versions, I think they're cool. I think they generally look cool, and it could honestly, and some of the animatronics that I straight up hate, well, none of the animatronics I full on hate, but some of them I dislike. But the thing is, there is Foxy. Oh my god, Foxy, I just want to freaking hug him. He is so adorable. So freaking adorable. So, and Withered Bonnie is cool. Plush, Springtrap looks a lot more like Plushtrap, which I'm not entirely for. But maybe if she updates it a bit for the actual game, which is coming out not even in, probably sometime in 2016. But, yeah. This is probably going to be the only update for this game, Fnaf World. But, yeah. Now, of course, with the idea comes so many questions, is there going to be voice acting, branching storylines? Is it actually going to be canon to the Five Nights at Freddy's storyline? Or is it just going to be a retelling using, chibi or adorable models? I generally don't know. I really hope for the voice acting thing, because that would be pretty cool to see, to hear all of their voices. And Scott did say in his update that it's gonna be the playable cast is gonna be every single Five Nights at Freddy's character, even the Nightmare, Withered, or Phantom versions of animatronics, which is pretty gosh dang cool. But I'm hoping, Scott, if you're watching this, which is very unlikely that you are, I must ask you, please make it an option that you could play as the original designs. Not the adventure designs, but the actual, Five Nights at Freddy's 1, 2, 3, and 4 designs. Because that, you will be respected so much more if you don't stick to the fact, if you don't stick to the adventure models, and just the adventure models. Because if there should be a switch to do from regular design to adventure design. That, Scott, if you're watching this, make that happen. make that happen for the sake of all of the Five Nights at Freddy's fans. And also for the sake of, like, keeping your most successful franchise. Now, I've got to say, do any of you guys remember the last video I did about Five Nights at Freddy's? Not Five Nights at Freddy's 4, but Five Nights at Freddy's, is FNAF over? And right now, I am proven wrong. But I originally thought that I would be proven wrong, like, in 1 second, because Scott is like a master troll. But the thing is, he's bringing it back in different and new ways, which I accept and I appreciate. Because honestly, he can't, if he were to just make sequel after sequel after sequel of Five Nights at Freddy's, he would eventually run out of ideas. Sure, that would be like Five Nights at Freddy's 10, but like the thing is, like he would run out of ideas, and it would be going back just to the mask, or going back to Two Doors, even though he went back to the Two Doors, but with different mechanics. But I'm rambling on for too long. What was that? Still recording? Still recording?